Alright, so I think we've basically gotten everything we kind of need at this point. We got a mining machine to go and get us plenty of resources. We have a farm that is giving us tons of wheat to make as much bread as we want. And we have a tree farm to give us as much logs as we want. And just to show you, the cherry blossom trees are actually working. I figured out that they basically, you do kind of need a big tree farm, but they have to basically be 4 blocks away from this, like 4 to 3. So the inside ones won't grow, but the outside ones will. And we do have a bit of, I never changed that to sticks, but that's fine. No, I did change it because I want the sticks. And over here is our oak, which is doing fantastic, and we're getting apples from it, so that's also amazing. And our birch is coming along just fine. I think the birch trees were kind of a slow start, only because, well, I know that when I had placed them down, like the oak saplings took off because, you know, they had plenty of saplings and whatnot, but the birch trees I didn't really have enough saplings for, so that's fine. But anyway, before I continue rambling, okay, I think it's time we clean up our area a little bit. What do I mean by that? I mean this right here. Look at it. I mean, sure, I think this is a very good start. You know, we got, you know, access coming up here to Pound Town and then to Mix-a-Lot, you know, but the thing is, it's just a little everywhere. Oh, and the millstone that's right there, and then you also got the chain conveyors. I think everything is just kind of out in the open, you know, so I think we should make this episode kind of like a quality, you know, like kind of thing. So we can level this out, add some grass up top. Obviously, I don't think I'm gonna fill in all of it. Just because it's like, that would be a lot of, you know, dirt, which I mean is definitely possible. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go probably this level here, and then I'm going to extend it out that way. Obviously, torch underneath it. And so we're going to level this out, and then I'm going to build a little workshop, probably right here in this area, and then, you know, hook our water wheels back up, and then I have a neat idea how I want to do that, and it should work. Should. And then obviously we're gonna have dedicated stations to like everything, so like the mixer and the pound town, like they're not all just gonna be haphazardly placed. I'm gonna have all of them with, you know, certain spots, and yeah, it's gonna take a bit of work, but it's gonna look fantastic when it's done. Maybe I'll even remodel the house too, or maybe I'll leave it. Who knows? Maybe I'll finish up like the stairs and get rid of those eggs, final eggs. Just kidding. There's eggs everywhere. Yeah. So I don't know how to really do this one because it's not really like a tutorial. I guess I could just do it in steps. Should I do that? I could do it in steps. I mean, you know, honestly, I think the first step is probably just taking everything down right here. I know the tree farm and, well, the wheat farm is kind of reliant on that, so chain conveyor. At the same time, if I were to just move all of this, I feel like it would kind of clean it up. So I just feel like that's probably the easiest way to do this. So yeah, let me just tear everything down. Not everything. All this right here. We'll tear all this down. Alright, so step 1 is done. I have cleared all the stuff in the way of our workshop area, and now I just need to get enough dirt that can serve as our platform. Kind of make it So it looks like it's part of the terrain a little bit, kind of, even though I know it's not, because it's got to be like a floating little thing. So yeah, I mean, maybe I can like carve out the bottom here and make that into a whole thing, which I kind of have an idea for. So who knows? But yeah, now it's time to, you know, level this out and give it some grass. Let me just say, I love this thing. It's called the Diamond Wand. I made another one because the one that Kean had given me broke, and I used this one that's already halfway broken. But yeah, it's really good for building and, you know, placing blocks, if you will. I might go a little bit bigger than this, but yeah, I figured I'd just show that I got her. Actually, this might be big enough. Let me see. Hold on, back it up, back it up. Alright, there we go. I expanded a little bit on this side here, and I think that this should be wide enough to get our little building going. I want to make something similar to what I wanted to do on that one Star Trek video series I was going to do, and then you know, everything collapsed. But I was gonna make a really nice workshop. I think it would have looked nice too. And yeah, so my plan is I'm gonna build a workshop right here, and we have lovely spruce trees behind us, but we also have cherry blossom trees. Ooh, and we got some stone. Let me show you. Hold on. We got some. Where is it? It's here somewhere, guys. Hold on. This. We got some viridium, and if you take a look at the block cutting, it actually looks really nice. I like the color of it, so I'm kind of tempted to make it out of that as well. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of start. It could also be used for copper, but I honestly might use it for building, only because, like I said, it actually kind of looks cool. So yeah, I don't really know what kind of color scheme I want to do, so I'm going to figure that out, get all the resources I need, and then once I get everything, once I get a plan, then I'll come back and maybe talk a little bit, and then make a montage. Right? Alright, so I've went into my, you know, creative world, the flat one, and I've designed a workshop for me to build. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this on this clipboard right here has everything we need. Ready? Bam! Yeah, that's a lot, especially this right here, the viridium. That is gonna take so long to get. I definitely don't have that much in just the mining chest, so yeah, I think everything else is gonna be kind of easy to get because redstone links are a 1-to-2 ratio, so I don't need as much. Crimson panes might be a little bit of a pain, only because then I have to go actually find crimson trees. Other than that, I think this should be solid. So yeah, I got the list. I have the land. Now it's just Now it's just resource gathering. Let's go get it. Alright guys, this is Editing Chris here. I know I am muted again, but I just want to say I got all the resources on my clipboard, and it's on the day 2 as I come back to finish it. Alright, so it's day 2. Yes, I'm wearing diamond armor because my shovel broke. I got a diamond shovel. I just realized if I didn't make a diamond shovel, I could have had a full diamond chest plate or diamond set. That's alright. I forgot to mention that part of the floor is going to be with andesite. I thought having polished andesite would be kind of a neat look for the Create workshop, especially since andesite is a huge part of Create. So I thought, hey, put some andesite in there, boom. You know, I felt as though andesite blocks would be good for a bit of the pathing within it. So I'll get more. I'll talk about more of the interior stuff I want to do once I actually get it up and whatnot. And yeah. So I think my idea is I'm going to build it in sections just so that the mocap doesn't freak out, because the one time I tried doing it, it freaked out. Not this. There was an instance I had with mocap and it freaked out. So I'm going to try to do it bit by bit so that you guys can actually, you know, see that progression. So, alright, let's start with the walls then. Alright, so I did it again. I'm muted here, and well, I'm basically saying how I finished the walls, put in some neat little windows. I love the windows, by the way. I really need to fix my habit of not unmuting before I actually go to you know, show what I did. So the next part where I'm going to work on is the roof. The roof was a little weird because I tried using the build wand. I thought I was a little bit creative. The mocap recording did not like that. So yeah, so I actually had to go and tear it down, rebuild it. So here's the mocap recording now. Next, I think we're going to get the rest of the windows and then put the water wheels in to get the kind of like look in, and then we'll work on the interior and the lights above. I think it's looking really good so far. I'm really liking this. As like on here, like obviously I've done this kind of before, only because like, you know, I planned this out in the one creative and the one's flat one, so I'm hoping I'm doing it correctly. I believe I am. So yeah, there we go. Let's see here. What do I do next? What do I do next? Oh, well I guess I'll do this real quick. Get this. This is why I needed the belt, by the way. Get that, and then you connect the belt like this. And now the all 12, yeah, all 12 of these water wheels are connected, and will have that storage all shared. Well, not shared, but like it's the combined storage now of all 12, which is amazing. I forgot I could do that with conveyor belts, but now we know. So another farm we're gonna have to do is the kelp farm, because we're gonna need mechanical belts later, probably. Yeah, we're gonna need, oh, just a little bit. Let's see here, what to do next. I guess next up is time to do stuff on the roof, no? Oh yeah, we gotta get some lighting up here. Let's do that. Let's get some. Let's get the lighting done inside and. Well, I guess they're both inside, but one is done from the roof. So let's go and do that. Okay, now, I mean, you can hear that it works, so let's test it out. Yeah, let's go. So now we can turn off and on the water wheels whenever we want. So we go here, say we don't want them anymore, turn them off. And yep, there you go. Now, let's see if this works. Oh, yes, it does. I didn't need pistons. Oh my god, I didn't need pistons. I found a simple way to do it, and I thought I needed pistons, and apparently I don't need pistons. Well, would you look at that? We have light. Alright, well that's the first set of lights done. Now, it's time to do the floor, which is going to be the more painful part. I was muted! This is our workshop. Yeah, totally wasn't. Oh man, don't worry, editing me will say everything I wanted to say. Okay, editing me will tell you everything I said there. Basically, I was just saying how, I mean, I guess just to say it again, because you know me, I like saying things again. I think I'm going to enjoy walking or running in here, and you know, because my idea is, you know, oh, when I finish an episode, I'm gonna turn the water wheels off, turn off the lights, and then stand outside to be like, goodbye, you know. And then when we start the episode, I can be like, all right, you know. Just look at that. It's like, oh, the workshop's off, and then I'm like, all right, turn the workshop on, and then we turn it on. Everything gets that stress back. And, oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna feel good. Like I feel very happy about this. Okay, this is the floor design, I think, is the third design I had for it. Because at first it was just a bunch of crosses everywhere, kind of like the windows, and it was just littered. And then I had a huge lighting pass, and then I kind of thought about it as I was doing this, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna want, this thing in here, and I'm gonna want two of these in here, and I'm like, well, I need space for that, and I can't really just throw lights haphazardly. So I was like, let's just outline it. And then I thought this would be nice because then we have, again, this up against the wall and the power system over there, and yeah, I think that's. I really like this. I think I'm really happy, and I think this kind of motivates me more. And you guys also motivate me more because, again, seeing the Create videos doing so well just really kind of like excites me for, because I thought of so many more ideas to do with Create and just the stuff that we have. Hell, we still need to do trains, okay? I could maybe squeeze in a train here, like right here, maybe, like the back end of the train, like a little safe. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure that out. I think actually that might work. If we just cut out this wall, like here, we cut out this right here. I think we could fit a train there. But you know what? Let's try this out, Let's, end of the day, end of the work, I mean, that's all I really have to say. I hope you enjoyed, and again, I appreciate all of you, especially to any of those who are new. I know you're pretty much all here just for the Create, but honestly, I'm also here for the Create, so I'll see you next time. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good night, whichever applies to you. Haven't said that in a while. Bye!